so long.
It is. But there's a lot of stuff in it, isn't there?
Yes.
Now, it says you can use the discriminant. You remember what the discriminant is from the quadratic formula?
No.
It's the thing underneath the square root symbol. It's the b squared minus 4ac. If b squared minus 4ac is less than 0 and b is equal to 0, a is equal to c, it is a circle. Think about that. If the number in front of the x squared and the number in front of the y squared is the same number, it's a circle. Get it? Now, if it's an ellipse, it's still, since a circle is part of an ellipse, it's a special type of ellipse, b squared minus 4ac is still going to be less than 0. But this time, what do we know? A doesn't equal c. Okay? I am recording this last little part, so if you got to go, go. If it's a parabola, b squared minus 4ac is going to be equal to 0. And I want you to think about why that is. Let's look at this formula and you can tell. What do we know about a parabola? It only has either a what?
X squared.
Or a y squared, right? So if it only has one of them, that means either this term or this term is missing, which means one of those is 0. If one of those is 0, then this entire term right here goes away. And if it doesn't have an x squared and a y squared, guess what it also doesn't have? It doesn't have a b. So if that's 0, and one of these are 0, then this has to be 0. That's why it works, okay? Now, we've gotten less than, we've got an equal to. Guess what the last one's going to be? So b squared minus 4ac has to be greater than 0. Let me explain why. If this is a hyperbola, one of these has to be negative, doesn't it? Because it's a minus between. If one of these is positive and the other one's negative, this negative times another negative gives you a what? Positive. So a positive plus another positive is always going to be greater than 0. So that's why it works. Now, how hard is it to do? It's not. Pick out your A, your B, and your C and plug it in. So let's look at this. What is A here? 4. It's with your x squared term, right? What's B? Is there an xy term? There's not an xy term, is there? So what would B be?
0.
And what's C? Positive 3, right? So let's do b squared minus 4ac. That would be 0 minus 4 times 3. That would be negative 48. Is that greater than 0? Less than 0, isn't it? So it's got to either be an ellipse or a circle. So what we do is we check A and C. So check A and C. Are they equal? They are not equal. So it cannot be a circle, can it? If it is not a circle, then what does it have to be? It's an ellipse. Okay? Do you get it? You're just plugging in a formula and reading it. Look at this one right here. Look at number 8. List A, list B, and list C. Quite frankly, you ought to be able to just guess what this one is. Can anybody venture for me, just by looking at inspection, that equation, what you think this is? What do you think it is, Jesse? Jesse thinks it's a hyperbola. I also think it's a hyperbola. Why? One of them is positive, the other one is. But work it out. What's A in this one? 10. What's B? 4, right here, right? So this is B, this is A, and what's C? So B squared minus 4AC would be 16 minus 4 times 10 times negative 12. So 16 plus 480. So 496, which means this is A. Now it always cracks me up to give this last one and say, okay, what is this one? It's in the right form. What's that equation? What's that the equation of? Thank you. It's an ellipse. It's got a plus sign in between, and the two numbers in the bottom are different. Can't be a parabola. It's got two squareds. I know. All right. You need to do your hyperbola homework, okay? And the front of the second packet you got today, just the front page. Don't do the rest of it. This is what I'm talking about. Do these first 6 problems as part of your homework, okay? And on the worksheet you got, since I'm adding 6 problems here, you can knock off 2 and 4 and just do the odds. Just do the odds and then on these 6 problems, okay? Odds, these 6 problems. And I am available for tutoring if anybody needs tutoring.
Can I do my test direction?
Yes, you may.